What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ashlei Reign, R-E-I-G-N-U. Feel me? Happy Friday. Happy Saturday to my internationals, or Sunday, wherever you're at in the world. Hello. So check this out. I was just downtown Oakland. On West Grand and Broadway. Shout out to A. Doulos, who just had his concert, and thank you for inviting me to a track. I had a great time. But anyway, back to this homeless woman. So I am walking down Broadway, and I see this lady who appears to be homeless, and she's like, "Excuse me, sister, excuse me." Now, while she's walking toward me, she has a plastic bag in her hands, and it looks like she's eating on something. She takes whatever she was eating on, whatever the paper was, and she throws it on the ground. She throws it on the ground, and she's like, "Excuse me, sister, excuse me, can I ask you a question?" And I was like, "Can I ask you a question?" She was across the street from me. So she crossed the street and she said, "Yeah." I said, "Why would you throw that on the ground?" And she said, "Just me being tacky, because I can't usually find a trash can." And I'm like, "You can't usually find a trash can? If you walk a block, maybe two, which you already gonna do, there will be a trash can." And she was like, "You right. And so she proceeded to ask me for some money, and I felt led to tell her, or talk to her about, her throwing this thing on the ground. I'm like, it's the little things. If you throw this trash on the ground, then you don't care about where you're at. And I think every action that we make is a deposit. If we look at this whole world and this universe as a bank, every action that you make is a deposit, and what you withdraw is what you've put in. So I'm like, man, you think that that's like a small thing that you threw that on the ground, and then you're gonna ask me for some money after you just threw some trash on the ground? So I was like, I think you should pick it up. No judgment. I mean, it was totally her choice. She could pick it up or she could not pick it up. What's up, y'all? She could pick it up or she could not pick it up. But she said, "You know what? You're right." And she went and picked it up, and she said, "But I still want to ask you something." And I said, "Sure." So I waited for her to pick it up. She came over to me and she said, "I'm homeless and I need $7. I need $7 for us to stay wherever," she said. And so I said, well, and she was by herself. So I said, "Okay, well, when you say us, who are you talking about?" She told me that she had twin sons that went to Oakland High, and her sister, and that they were homeless. And so, I have no problem giving, and I think a lot of people should have no problem giving. But I think what we fail to do is we assume everyone is lying to us. I'm guilty of that too. I assume a lot of people that say they are homeless or are begging for money are lying, right? But if you take a second to ask some questions, I'm sure some of y'all with your investigative skills can tell whether or not someone is lying in the consistency of their story, right? So I asked her, I'm like, "Okay, so you need $7 to stay at this place, you, your twin sons, and your sister. So what happens if you don't get the $7? She said, "If I don't get the $7, then we've been sleeping at Lake Merritt." Okay, so, well, what happens tomorrow? Like, do you do this for a week? Do you do this every day? She said, "I do it every day, but it depends on who's working at the desk at the place where we stay. If it's a certain guy working, then he'll let us stay for the week. If it's this lady working, then we have to do it every day." Whatever, right? So we're having conversation, and I was asking her how old her sons were. She told me, they were of age to get a job, but they're in school. She said, "I just want them to graduate. Like, that is my heart. That is my heart's desire." Was she hustling? Bruce asked me, was she hustling? I don't know. And that's not for me to know. Like, our responsibility is to do what we are led to do our part. And a lot of times we worry too much about the other side when that should not be our focus, right? So I just had to do my part. My part is, okay, is God leading me to give this woman $7, or is he not? And am I going to be obedient to that? Well, I felt led to give her the $7, right? But so I gave her the $7. She was extremely thankful and grateful, and she asked me my name, and we had a little bit more conversation. But the point was, I was like, more than this $7, the reason why we're having this conversation is because you chose to throw something on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And it's the little things. Like, if the little things don't matter to you, then you cannot appreciate or be grateful for the big things. What's up, Cree? You know, a lot of times people wish for a better car to drive or a nicer car to drive, and the car they have is dirty. Like, they don't even want to wash it. The inside of it is a mess. It's raggedy. You don't even keep gas on it. You drive with fumes. How are you possibly going to be prepared to have a better car? Like, you got to take into consideration the things that you have right now, and what you do with them. I'm talking about from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high. So, like I said, y'all, I just wanted to tell you that. I felt led to share that story with you about this homeless lady who was walking down the street, dropped something on the ground, actually threw something on the ground. She didn't drop it. She threw it and then proceeded to ask me for some money. And it was an opportunity to just have conversation and point some things out. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in always, for sharing the video always. I am speaking at, shout out to Elizabeth. Sorry, I don't know your last name, but I got invited to speak at San Jose City College tomorrow on the topic of self-care. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to go prepare for that so I can speak to the people tomorrow. Anytime I have an opportunity to speak to y'all and just kind of pour some life into you, I get super excited. So I am about to work on that. Pray for me as I prepare. Y'all know y'all got to plan, prepare, and then expect an amazing outcome. So I'm going to go do that. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and I guess I will see you on the next live video. What's up, Camaria? And yes, I'm out. Peace.